All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back with Rocking with Rob. This is Chef Robert DIXON coming through. We finna make a shrimp, sausage, and rice meal. It is a very cold day in February in Tyler, Texas. So what we're gonna do right here, I'm gonna mince up some jumbo shrimp that I've got. I'm gonna julienne cut some of these sweet bell peppers and this red onion, and then we're gonna move forward from there. So let's start with the bell peppers. Get them a nice even cut. When you've got a good knife, you can cut more than one at a time. I'm going to use them all, so let's cut them all up. Try to keep everything on the cutting board. Once we get these nice and cut, we're going to mince up the shrimp. Now the four I'm going to mince up are just because I want the shrimp all throughout the dish. But then I've got 4 whole shrimp that we're going to leave as it is. Cut up this red onion real nice and fine. All right. Now, when you're going to be mincing up the shrimp, you want to go ahead and detail the tails. All right. And just mince it up, because you want the shrimp all through your dish. It's already been cleaned and deveined, washed. So we've got a very nice clean product that we're working with. It's ready to go. Nice and minced. Alright, so we've got our shrimp minced, got our julienne bell peppers here, and we've got our diced shrimp. Alright, so now that we've got everything chopped up, there's my 4 whole shrimp that are also going to go in the meal. I've got my seasoning mix here, and I've got my pre-liquid that I'm going to be using to season the shrimp with. So let's go ahead and get that started. Just a little bit there like that. So the Worcestershire sauce, some lemon, some lime. No salt in anything. Take a little bit of the seasoning, won't take much. Just cover the top of it. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing to our whole shrimp. Going to get a nice coating of the liquid on it. It's also got a little sriracha in here. to give you some nice, little bit of heat, not too much heat. Now, I also like to use this same on my veggies. Coat my veggies really good. It's a very flavorful addition to this dish. I've already got the pot on, so it should be nice and hot when we get over there. And we're just going to lightly season everything. Don't want to over season it, since everything is going to have a little bit of the seasoning. A little bit on there. And here's some garlic, some basil, oregano, and black pepper. There's no salt. We don't need the salt. So as you know, shrimp cooks really fast, so we'll put the whole shrimp in first, and then we'll put the diced shrimp in last. But first thing we're going to do, well, you can see here I've already got my sausage. So this is a chicken andouille sausage. I've already got my seasoned jasmine rice already ready to go. As we're waiting for the skillet to get hot, we're going to go ahead and add the rest of this to the sausage. Coat the sausage really good. All right. Get that mixed all up in there really good. Coat the sausage really good with it. Alright, we'll have to mix that with our fingers, so we'll grab it last, so we don't want to cross-contaminate anything. So make sure that we touch on this last. Get it nice and mixed up good. So the first thing we're going to add in the pot, in the skillet, I'm sorry, is going to be the onions. Alright, so the first thing we're going to add is going to be the onions. I want them to cook a little bit longer than everything else. This is a garlic butter olive oil mix. We just want to cook these just to kind of soften them up. Not trying to brown them. We don't want to discolor them. Got that nice aroma coming from the garlic butter, mixing with the onions. I'm using a cast iron skillet. Alright. Got a good aroma from the onions. We're ready to add the bell peppers. Now you can add as many as you like. I really like bell peppers, so that's why there's so many in here. And I didn't want the skillet too hot with the onions because it would have browned my butter. So we'll cut the heat up. It won't take long. Alright, now we've got the skillet nice and hot, getting a good aroma coming from these bell peppers, the garlic butter, the onions, the seasonings, and that liquid that we season them with. We're about ready to add the sausage. And then once we add the sausage, we want to make sure that the skillet is nice and hot so that the sausage doesn't take too long. So that's what I'm waiting on, is a good, nice, hot skillet. I'm gonna add all that liquid in there because that's the flavoring that we're trying to get. We want that flavoring all the way through everything. Trust me, it makes a difference. So we're gonna let this do what it do so we can get the sausage nice and brown. Now some people wanted to say, why did I add the sausage first? Well, sausage is already cooked and sliced. So we didn't need to cook the sausage. If the sausage had been raw, then we would have added the sausage first. But it's not raw. We're going to let that sit and get a good simmer going. Oh yeah. This is what I'm talking about, boy. If you could smell that, I know you can. That chicken andouille sausage with the sweet bell peppers, the red onion, the garlic butter, that flavorful liquid that we used, and the seasonings are all gelling together right now. We're almost ready to add the shrimp. But the shrimp will be last because it won't take the shrimp but maybe 1.5 to 2 minutes to cook. And then we'll be ready to spread it out over the rice. And when I'm cooking my chicken and sausage and shrimp meal, I like to use jasmine rice. It's just a more flavorful, fragrant rice. And then I season it in a tomato chicken broth. That's what you saw was a tomato chicken broth. That's why it was red. Kind of give it a good flavor. This is why I said we won't need to use salt because the rice has that tomato chicken broth, which is the tomato sauce is a little salty as well as the chicken base is also salty. So we don't want to add any salt. Alright. Got a nice good color in all my sausages. I think we're ready to add the shrimp. Alright, we're ready to add the shrimp. We'll add the whole shrimp first because it'll take a little bit longer to cook. All that juice in there. Oh yeah. The browning on that sausage is perfect. As you see, the shrimp don't take long at all. We don't want to overcook the shrimp. As you know, shrimp will get rubbery. Let's add the minced shrimp now. Alright, boy, that is smelling delicious. Now, we don't want all this oil, of course, and we're going to strain it, I mean. Alright, let's go ahead and get this strained. So there it is, nice and strained in my strainer. We're going to get ready to lay this over the rice. Alright, so here's where I get really creative. This is a little mixture that I've got. It is chili verde salsa with a chipotle cremosa as well as a cilantro lime cremosa. So we're going to get that all nice and mixed together. All right, now with this is where I pour this over my meat mixture and my veggies. It is a little bit spicy, but I like spicy. And once I get it nice and want a good thick layer of it, then we'll use the remainder of it to kind of sauce everything up. So we get all of it nice and coated. All right, now we're going to take this and we're going to pour it over the rice. What I like to do is set my shrimp off to the side. Give them a nice plate presentation. Find that other shrimp. She's in there somewhere. There we go. Pour that over the shrimp. Over the rice, I mean. Wow. That just looks really yummy to me. Then we'll take the rest of the sauce and just drip it all nice and down everywhere. Over the shrimp. Now what I don't have with me today is what would be nice is a nice green garnish. Kind of clean up our mess. Clean up the plate. Actually, I do have a green garnish. Where's that? And then a nice garnish. Voila. We have our chicken and andouille sausage and shrimp over rice meal. It's gotta be delicious. I guess what would be missing is maybe some garlic bread. I'm kind of staying away from too many carbs, so no bread today. You say, but you get all that rice. That's exactly why there's no bread. All right, now the main thing is to take a delicious bite. Doesn't that look delicious? Got to get some sausage in there. We know we've got shrimp in there because it's all diced up. Doesn't that look amazing? Yes, it does. Wow. That was just too good. That's too good. Now, I'm finna go enjoy it. Well, now it's time for me to go sit down and enjoy this delicious meal that I have just created. If you want the whole recipe, just DM me. This is delicious. I gotta go enjoy this, y'all. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day.